Hi everyone, so I'm gonna do some collaging, masterboard, whatever you want to call it. I've just got book pages that I want to use up. I'm going to be using my gel matte medium to stick that to that. Got a brush, and obviously this is just an old headed paper for something, Badminton, England. I'm not sure where I got that, but I'm going to use that because I won't use it in anything else. So what I will do is I will speed the video up while I put this on, because I'm going to make tags out of these. This is what I should have said in the beginning. I'm going to make some tags, and they're going to be birdie tags, okay? So yeah, I will start doing this and I'll speed it up a little bit. So here I'm just adding, going to start adding my book pages using the matte medium. Just pop that onto my glass mat. It's quite easy to wash off afterwards. Just popping on the pieces of book page. These book pages are just random. I do not even know what's on them. They're old. They're probably not vintage. They're just probably old and aged. As I was putting it on, I was seeing some words, nothing majorly bad, but I was seeing words that, like, a couple of times one of the pages it kept saying fatty, and I was like, that's rude. But obviously I painted over this afterwards. I gessoed it and coloured it anyway, but yeah, if you're going to do this and you want to see the actual script, the writing on the book pages, I'd highly recommend doing a quick recce of the pages to make sure that there isn't anything untowards on the book pages. But yeah, it was nothing major. It was just like cheeky comments sort of thing on the book pages. So I've got tons and tons of book pages, which now, I forgot to say right at the beginning here, I was inspired by ARTYmaze to do this. I literally laid in bed, I couldn't sleep the other night, and I kind of binged watched, because I've been so busy the last couple of weeks that I've missed quite a lot of videos, and I'm playing catch up at the moment. So I kind of went on and watched some of ARTYmaze's, and I've still got so many in my watch list to catch up with. So it was ARTYmaze that inspired me to do this, and one, it's a great way, because I know a lot of people like the actual book covers, and if it's a hardback cover, then you don't necessarily want the pages for anything important. This is a great way of using it up. Use your scraps, use the book pages, magazine pages, because if you're going to gesso and colour it afterwards, it's just a really good background with certain things just poking out here and there. So that's me near enough done there, and I let that dry, give it a good coat over the top, and then I set that to dry. And now it's dry, I'm just trimming around the edges, which obviously I don't want any of that. Quite strange watching myself make stuff and trying to remember what it was I'd done, and then I've got to talk about it. So here I think I got out the gesso, so that's the gesso. If you're looking for like products that I use, I've now got in the description box below a link to my favourite crafty things, and you can go over and see that. It's a link to Pinterest, and everything on there is from Amazon, and I have signed up to the affiliation with Amazon. So a little bit of gesso here, there, everywhere. That was a bit too much for my liking. I'm trying to rub that out. I was like, rub it away. Yeah, just splodging a bit on. Always use a dry brush I always use a dry brush when I'm using gesso. So there's my little homemade sprays, and I put on some yellow in between each colours. I'm drying it. So it was dried before I added the green. I really need to make up some more colours. I've actually got more colours, but they're my go-to at the moment because they're the newest ones that I've done. This did actually was a little bit blocked up, but it did spray, and then I thought, no, you know what, we'll just put some pink like splodges, little droplets all over there. And then we dried that. Then I'm using that paint. I showed it that quick, I can't even remember the name of it. I think it's Aquamarine. And the stencil is a stencil that I believe ARTYmaze made, and she sent it to me. And I'm just using an old sponge here, and I'm just doing little bits of it here and there, because obviously this is going to get chopped up into tags. So I've just done that a few times. I think I've done it again. Did I do it again? I did do it again. And then of course I tried this. Then I decided to use a script stamp, and I just put a little bit here and there, because obviously you can still see some of the text, and to be honest, most of this is going to be covered over, but the process is good and it's fun, and you actually don't need a lot. So this is just some coffee water, and I've just put that on there just to kind of tone it down just a little bit, and dried that. So now I'm wiggling it all around, because obviously with the matte medium it kind of stiffens up a little bit. So I'm just going to half that and cut it in half. Then I just measured it. I think I done 8 centimeters. I'm just thinking which way I wanted it. 8 centimeters. Then I turned it around. I was just measuring that, and I think it was just slightly over 7.5 centimeters each one. Just do it. As you see me wiggling that around, it was because it felt a little bit uneven. So again, an 8 centimeters, and then just over 7.5 centimeters. So that's me got 6 tags. Is it 6? Yeah, 6 tags. So I've backed them all. Didn't do that on camera, but I backed them all. You don't want to watch that, it's boring. So these little images here are from Fifis shop. I will link that below. And it's the birdies. I'm into birds at the moment. The two-legged kind, and actually they're all two-legged, aren't they? Anyway, well, that's just made me giggle. But anyway, I'm also using the number labels from the Old Design Shop, which is on their Etsy store, and labels from Tracie Fox, and I do go in with other bits from ARTYmaze as well. So I'm just popping things on, lining it up as best as I can. So just popping everything down, and I think here I got some Edith Holden book page. So the ones which just got the script on it, and the images that I'm not overly keen on the back, I've just been using them for tabs and just adding words to them and cutting around them, things like that. So that's that one done. I do go back and do little things to them. So here's another one. The images from Fifis shop is I think it's called Winter Birds, and I printed a 4 to a page because I wanted to use the actual pages as focal points on my tags. So they do come in a full size journal kit. They're not that size in real life. So I just backed this little label onto some Edith Holden and another little Tracie label underneath at the bottom. And obviously I've speeded this up. I don't normally work this quick. Although some of you think I do. Some of you think I don't sleep. I actually have more sleep than you would actually believe. I could be a right lazy mare at times. So using another piece. Love the birds. Love the birdies. And again, this is just, I think that was just some book page or dictionary page, just inking up with some vintage photo, kind of staggering the two pieces there, and then inking up another label and another Tracie label. Then it's alright, where am I putting that now? I kind of like the idea at the side, but it just didn't look right to me, so I think this was the one I fiddled around with a little bit more because I was a bit unsure. I actually only done 4 of the tags, the other 2 my phone was running out of charge, so I just done the 4, and then we put the label at the side. That's what we done, the number label or the ticket, whatever it's called. And then here we have got another piece of Edith Holden as a top tab, and we put that on there. And then we go on to, is that the third one I'm doing? I can't remember. Again, just inking up. I do sew these at the end. Inking up a little bit more of the book page. And just ink that up as well. The glue that I'm using is a tacky glue. So many different types of tacky glue, but I think generally they're all the same. And so I started looking at the sentiments here, and they were from ARTYmaze, and I obviously done this one, and after I stitched them I went back and added more words to the other tags as well. So here we go, going in again with another Tracie label. Tracie's got loads of labels. I can't remember what this one's called now. And another little label from the old design shop. I love them labels. They are, I think they're in everything I do. Don't know what it is, I just like numbers and things. Don't like seeing my bank balance sometimes, but I like seeing numbers on paper. So that says enjoy nature, and then I added a whale tab on there. Just inked up around there. You can see how inky my fingers are. So that was me thinking, okay, so I've stitched around them. And as you can see, I've got some more words cut out, like just at the top there. I think my camera went a little bit skew-whiffy at some point. I think it was had to move it to do the sewing. So this says, it's probably saying enjoy the journey. Yep. And these words are from ARTYmaze, and it's from the Builder Cluster kit. I think it's the original, the first one. She's got a couple. So it's that, enjoy the journey. I'm sure birds see amazing things in their travels. And so it's discover the world, I think that one is. Almost done, folks. So this might only be like a 15-minute video, but this actually took me about 2.5 hours to do this. 4 tags, 2.5 hours. But obviously because of all the kind of mixed media side of it all. So that's that one. And then this one says, wander, be free. I was deciding where to put that. Decisions. I'm not very good at making decisions. I think that's how I left it. maybe not. I honestly can't remember, and this is obviously the last thing that I've done. So having these little words and things are just so handy to have. I've got a good amount sitting next to me in the tub, which I always go to. There's always a word in there that I can use. So there we go, I think that's it. Oh, still had to glue down that piece. So you can find other information in the description box below, links to my playlists and to Fifi's shop as well. Thanks for watching.